and 7. And Watts in motion behind the ball. Walter Payton. Payton is stopped at the line of scrimmage. A tough defensive play. Coming up was Keith Simpson, the 5-year man from Memphis State. He's punting indoors today. Punters love it. The deep man is Paul Johns. Good kick. Johns back at his 24. Johns with a burst of speed to midfield, still going to the 40-yard line. He was tripped up by Ricky Watts, or he might have gone all the way, and the ball will be spotted at the 40.
Special, but on punt returns, notice the quickness that he has. The one little deke, and then he does what a good punt returner should do, is turn it right up. The straight line sometimes can get you the most yardage, and he almost broke it. If it hadn't have been for number 88 making the tackle, that's the reserve.
Anyway, Seattle has the ball at the Bears' 40-yard line, a 36-yard return by Johns, and the first pass by the Seahawks is complete for about 9 yards at the Bears' 33. Largent in motion. They swing it out to Dornick. He's by himself, now cut back nicely behind his blocker, and it looks like he has the first down. Otis Wilson is there, and in front of him Gary Campbell and Jim Osborne to make the Seahawks. Largent in motion back to the ball. Pitch is to Sherman Smith, and Smith is forced out of bounds at the 24-yard line by Lenny Walterscheid, number 23. Threatening off this first offensive series. Zorn, a short drop, complete to Largent. Largent has first down yardage, forced out by Fensick, gets to the 16-yard line of the Bears. And Steve Largent with some impressive numbers. Long count by Zorn, looking it over. He has the blitz on, and he flips it out to Dornick. Dornick with the blocker, cuts it back. He tripped over the 15-yard line, fell forward well short of the first down to about the 11 or 12, depending on where they mark it. And played well last week in the losing cause against the Raiders. It is Norm Johnson in to try it from the 20-yard line. A 30-yard pop that is good. And the Seahawks are on the scoreboard first with 9:57 remaining in the first period. A good drive for the Seahawks, and they lead it. Oh, it is fourth down with Paul Johns, who gave them a good 36-yard return on his first try. Now Parsons off the side of his foot, and it comes down on a fair catch, and Watts right there, number 27, Gregory Johnson, making the fair catch, nearly dropped the ball. Nothing on a field goal by Thompson, and they have first down at their own 48. Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris bringing you NFL action live from Seattle. The Bears with good pressure, but Zorn is complete to the tight end Metzelaars, the rookie from Wabash, the number 3 choice in 1982. Linebacker Gary Campbell making the hit after an 8-yard gain. And they give it to Sherman Smith, and he has the first down and then some inside the 40 to the 38-yard line of the Chicago Bears. And the first man to hit him was Todd Bell, number 25, along with the cornerback Terry Schmidt. Minnesota week before last become the nickelback for the Bears. Third and about 9, and Zorn lose one rusher, but not the next. The pressure came right up the middle from Hampton, and he was finally dropped by Al Harris, number 90. So the Bears did the job on third down for Seattle. Third down and 7. Out of the shotgun, McMahon has the time. Deep sideliner, wide open over there is Bashnagel, and he has a first down for the Bears. Their first of the game out to the 35-yard line. On 35-yard line. Out of the eye. Play action. Deep drop from McMahon. They set up the screen for Payton. 2 blockers in front. Payton with a first down and a gain of about 19 yards into Seattle territory. They'll spot it at the 46-yard line of the Seahawks. Territory. Scott and Bashnagel are the wide receivers. In motion is Payton off the wing. Matt Suey trying the left tackle side is met at the line, and with some second effort, a loose ball and also some additional activity. Maybe it wasn't a loose ball at all that started that, but there was a scuffle, looked like a rugby scrum. Word on it.
We have offsetting personal fouls, 55 defense, 65 offense. The down counts. The down counts.
Levy a sterner penalty on it. He is still in the football game. It is 3rd and 2. Bears swing it out for Payton. Blockers in front.
Trying to throw.
And he will throw. He's got a man wide open. Bashnagel, touchdown. Payton to Bashnagel. What a play. And Brian Baschnagel, as he looked up, saw the ball over his shoulder. Meanwhile, there is a fight back out at midfield. And I want to tell you, two keyed up teams. And it's Michael Jackson again. Now, if he faces ejection from this, what a blow that would be to the Seahawks.
A personal foul, unnecessary roughness, 55 defense. The touchdown counts, will penalize on the kickoff.
Well, Jackson has not been ejected, but there will be a penalty against the Seahawks. There is Michael Jackson. Boy, is he pumped up for this game. A very nice young man who's just a little too excited today.
Now you can see that was a lateral play, and everybody went for Peyton once the pass looked like a pass to them, and he threw that ball off balance and over the top of Baschnagel's head. Nice grab, touchdown, Chicago.
And you know, the man who was making the tackle on Peyton was Michael Jackson. We'll be back. A high punt by West. The flag is down as he was dropped. A loose ball, Gentry fumbling it back at his own 25. The Seahawks say they have it. Well, Dennis Gentry, who has had some trouble handling the football on punts, has coughed one up here. A flag is down back at 26. Slot formation right. Zorn, quick drop to Dornick out of the backfield. Dornick picking up about 7 before he is dropped. 3 Bears there. Otis Wilson, Fensick, Dornick with a good piece of running, as Johnny said after he caught the ball. Picks up 8. And straight ahead, Theodis Brown has first down yardage. And it was Hartenstein putting the stop on him, but power running by Theo Brown. Louisville doing a good defensive job. Largent, Walker, and Carr all in at wide receiver. Quarterback run, he will score. Jim Zorn. Saw Jim Zorn practicing that play. The Seahawks practice, and he just ran it to perfection with that.
He will go to the right. They're going to try to do a crisscross, and they run themselves right out of the play as John Yarno, 51, takes them both out. And here is 61, Robert Pratt, saying nobody to block. I'm going with you, Mr. Zorn. We're going in there. 3 points apiece. Touchdown, Seattle.
Maybe he was hoping for a lateral there. Free passing. He's got a 2nd and 4 here. Let's see what the Bears come up with. Baschnagel in motion behind the ball. And he will throw, getting pressure and snaps. Back inside the 15. Jacob Green, number 79. So the Seattle Seahawks holding a 3-point lead will be today on CBS Sports. So the Bears starting after that good kick by West, and Peyton right up the middle has first down yardage and gets out to the 25-yard line. What a big hole up the middle. Neal and Hartnett, who's back in at right guard, and no 2nd and 10 out of the eye. Marjoram and Baschnagel are wide receivers, and again it's Walter Payton over the 30-yard line. So now their running attack starting to take some effect here. 2 consecutive games. Zorn on a straight deep drop up the middle, complete to David Hughes out of the backfield, and he has a first down. It'll be Singletary and Campbell getting credit for the tackle. David first down, and Zorn again with the deep drop, and it's almost intercepted. He was off mark, intended for Theodis Brown out of the backfield. Campbell nearly had himself an intercept. A flag is down.
And it looks like it's going to go against Chicago. Gary Fensick is arguing about it, and I know his argument is something to the effect that it was away from the play, had no bearing. We'll have.
Michael is in defensively. 6 Bears are lined up along the line of scrimmage. Zorn, quick drop this time. He's got Largent open. A diving grab by Steve Largent. The Bears say that the ball touched the turf. It appeared to us that it was a good reception, and the official on the play much closer also saw it that way. Back, they did not go to a huddle again. Quick drop to the quarterback throw, and he's got all kinds of room. Zorn slides in as he's met by Fensick at the 26-yard line, 36-yard line of the Chicago Bears.
And that was a planned quarterback draw again as the Bears ran themselves right out of the coverage there.
Long count by Zorn, checking out that Bears defense, and he's got Largent open. Largent away from Smith. He's hauled down by Fensick at the 2-yard line of the Bears. Brown, the running backs, Largent in motion. They give it to Brown. Brown trying to get wide, and he's dropped for a loss. And it was Mike Singletary slashing through to pull him down behind the line. With Brent Nerve, when we complete the half here in Seattle, and a quick drop by Zorn, and he has a man open, touchdown. And it is Byron Walker, the rookie from the Citadel.
And it's Todd Bell, who was a safety, having to cover the quick wide receiver. As he went down, they made the initial contact, and he busted away from Todd Bell, number 25, and took it in for the touchdown, but they got the old mismatch. You got a safety covering a wide receiver.
First touchdown for the rookie from the... And a bit of a hole here as we are coming near the end of the first half of play. There's the happy young man. Seattle leads it 17-7. Seattle on 2nd and 4. Slot formation right, and Zorn running out of time. Hartenstein, a diving shoestring tackle by big Mike Hartenstein, drops him for a loss. On to the left, Vashnickel right. Okay, and they're going to go for it. Out of the backfield to Suey. Suey will have a first down and gets out of bounds. Good play by Suey, and what a block by Payton.
Right. Oh boy, and it could be a serious injury. I shouldn't say that without knowing, but Keith Butler went down and
left shoulder of the coach. Out of the shotgun, man gets it out to Matt Suey out of the backfield, breaks one tackle. Suey down the sideline. Nice play by Suey into Seattle territory and out of bounds with 18 seconds on the clock. It is first down for the Bears, 18 seconds on the clock. Screen pass, Suey, 2 blockers in front. Suey bulls his way for about a 9-yard gain to the 36-yard line. And timeout is called by the Bears with 9 seconds on the clock. John Harris and Eugene Williams made the tackle. Now, Joe Nash is in the ball game defensively on the shotgun. McMahon, and coming back for the ball, Marjoram has the first down yardage, is out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
now they're going to take the shot at the field goal.
Beto does not have it. He is wide to the right. It appeared that he had enough foot, but the ball was wide to the right. And so the Seahawks will take their lead of 10 points to the locker room. Head coach Mike McCormick got to feel pretty good about how his defense particularly played in the first half. Mike Ditka looks a little less happy because he's the 10 points down, but there's a lot of football to be played. The former Oklahoma star picked up from New England in a trade last year. Riveto's kickoff as we are underway with the second half of play. It is taken by Lane. Lane, number 37, with some running room, gets all the way out to the 40-yard line. Tripped up there by John Rivetto, the kicker. Eric Lane, a second-year man from Brigham Young, with a good return that gives Seattle a very good field position again. And he has large out wide to the right, Carr to the left, and they give us to Sherman Smith. And Smith, with a good second effort, spins off the first hit and picks up about 4 on the play.
The Bears open with a 34 defense. They had Harris, number 90, standing up the 3-man front with the and Harris becomes an automatic linebacker. So,
and a long 6, we'll call it. The pitch out is to Horace Ivory. Ivory has a good block, and he's got running room. Ivory tiptoes down the sideline and is finally forced out by Gary Campbell at the 30-yard line of the Chicago Bears. Hard gain for Horace Ivory. Here's another look at it. There's Dornick leading the way.
And there's the block by August, Dornick's block. And boy, Ivory took it off and down the field. Finally, Gary Campbell got a hold of his ankle and tripped him up. But
let's see if he goes to Largent. No, he goes to Dornick, who holds on despite a real crack by number 25, Todd Bell, the second-year defensive back from Ohio State. Dornick bounced back, is stopped short of the first down. He picked up about 5, maybe 6 on the play, and it'll be stopped short. Johnson, they spotted at the 32-yard line. A 42-yard attempt for Johnson. He has one already, and they fake it. Zorn. Zorn has a man open. Metzelaars and overthrows him badly. Metzelaars, the rookie tight end, was in the end zone behind the defender, but Zorn missed everything. Scott, the wide receiver, 2nd and 4 from the 40-yard line of Chicago. McMahon to throw. Has the time. It is going to be picked off. Intended for Scott. It's grabbed by safety John Harris, and he's got some running room. And a good tackle by Keith Van Horn in the open field. Harris with his 3rd interception. So it is 3rd down and a long 5 now for the Seahawks. Deep roll by Zorn, and it is complete. 1st down inside the 30. Byron Walker, the rookie who already has a touchdown catch today. Seattle, slot formation left. Zorn.
Oh, gee.
Wide open is Largent. And Largent gets to the 15-yard line, has 1st down yardage. That's for another. Brown and Dornick are the running backs. Big hole, and it is Theodis Brown getting to the 2-yard line. He's finally stopped by Gary Fensick. Going to Brown will try to sweep it wide, and oh, what a good job by Todd Bell. They stop him short. Todd Bell fought that blocker all the way to the sideline, would not let him turn upfield. Bell still trying to hold him back. Oh. Dornick and Brown are the setbacks. They give it to Brown, and the Bears have stopped him. A goal line stand by the Chicago Bears, and while indeed they will be starting from literally the goal line, nonetheless credit to the defense for stopping the Seattle Seahawks in a crucial situation. The time is the truth. It is 2nd and 8. Payton trying to squeeze out off right tackle, dances for 2 or 3 behind Hartnett and Van Horn. Picks up maybe 5 with Walter. You can say 2 or 3, and it always turns out he's got 1 or 2 more than you thought. There is the momentum out of their own end, and it is Payton diving, and he is caught in midair. Did he get there or not?
It looks like they're giving it quite a bit of forward progress.
Yes, they have. They've already signaled 1st down. It was Joe Nash. Both tied for 8 coming into the game in their respective conferences. The final playoff spot. Suey has a completed pass short of the 1st down. However, he is met by 3 Seahawks, led by Shelton Robinson and Dave Brown. Try to punch it through for the 1st down, and it's Matt Suey who has it, getting over the 25. Good blocking up the middle for the Bears, and Butler and Harris stopped him at the 25. But a good piece of running by Suey and a good hole for him to run through. On the near side, and he hits Suey out of the backfield. Suey breaks 2 tackles and gets over the 30-yard line to the 31. A gain of about 6 on the play. Linebacker, the Bears, meanwhile, are 2nd and 6 from their own 30-yard line and trailing by 10 to pick to Payton. Payton stiff arms one man and is forced out of bounds, apparently short of the 1st down. Dave Brown, the right side cornerback from Michigan, pushed him out.
Short situation.
3rd and about 2 for the Bears. You've got to keep it going now. Matt Suey breaks a tackle and has the 1st down out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 yards on the play for Matt Suey, who is having a fine afternoon. Let's see what that develops for them. We expected that they might try to get it to Payton off that formation, and they do. 1st down for Walter Payton. He just moved out in motion and was wide open down the middle, and that's one of their best offensive plays of the day. 2 knocked him down, and the Bears on the march. In motion, Moorhead off the wing. Play action. McMahon running out of time. Moves the rush. McMahon pointing blockers. He wants to carry the football, and he does, and he is dumped after picking up the 1st down to the 32-yard line of the Seattle Seahawks, where Joe Nash and Bruce Schultz pulled him down. Young man isn't going to let the hurts he's suffered keep him out of this one. Straight drop by McMahon, and again just eluding the rush in time, and has an open man. Bashnagel 1st down inside the 15-yard line of Seattle, and he's tackled there by Easley and Robinson. Back, they've got receivers strung out to the left. They put Payton in motion from the wing. McMahon has the time, eludes another rusher, finds an open man at the goal line, and it is going to be incomplete. No, it is complete. Thought he dropped the ball over there, Walter Payton. And the Seattle Seahawks thought he dropped the ball too. You see Dave Brown with the ball in his hand saying, hey, I have the ball. How can you call that a completion?
Gives himself all the time in the world right here. And let's see if Payton hung on to the ball long enough for a completion.
I would say definitely not.
Jeez.
A big break for the Bears there. I don't think he ever had the ball.
They showed that on the big television screen here in in the stadium, and the fans are really booing it. One knee is down. See, there is the...
that is not possession to me, but the ball is inside the 5. Payton in motion behind the ball. The crowd's still unhappy, and Suey will score. Touchdown, Chicago Bears. Matt Suey certainly deserved to get the shot at the touchdown because he has been the strongest runner today for the Chicago Bears. Out of Texas, Michael, I think they found themselves a real fine young offensive lineman there. It is 3rd down, and Zorn quickly unloads to Largent, complete for a first down. A big play by the Seahawks. Fensick had a piece. Schmidt pulled him down with help from Fisher, but a big play for the Seahawks.
I think they got him sealed in, and he gets outside.
And on this down, he hits Payton. Payton trying to shake a tackle, but can't do it. Gets only about 3, maybe 4 yards. Keith Simpson, number 42, a sure-handed defender, making the stop.
Not so sure.
7:06 to go and counting. A big 3rd down play. McMahon fires it, and the official was there ahead of the intended pass receiver, but he was just trying to get it out anyway. That's my impression. Marjoram was there as the intended receiver, but it looked to me like McMahon was just trying to chuck that out of bounds as the heat was on him. Johns at his 20. Gets away from the first tackler. Johns turns it upfield with a burst of speed and takes quite a rap, but he got it to the 35-yard line. Al Chesley, and Chesley is injured along with another Bear on that big collision at the 35-yard line.
Has a chance to get away from Fensick there on a shorter pattern.
And Johns, the other wide receivers, and he goes to the Dornick, the fullback out of the backfield. It'll be close to the first down, depending on where they mark it. And it was Singletary who put the hit on him, trying to stop the first down on a big 3rd down situation. They're going to measure. The ball has been rested right on the 45. Horn talking to one of his running backs, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them snap the ball, and they do. It's a quick kick by Dornick, and Dornick hits it perfectly down to about the 5-yard line. It's going to roll to the 2. Well, we saw them practicing that play with some great fakery. Perfect execution all around.
And Zorn was moving, but he was moving to the side, so
he was in motion.
He was in motion to the side.
He was
Both backs are on the wing now.
From the end zone, McMahon. Complete. Oh, dropped. It was dropped by Brian Bashnagel, who may have been too concerned about that sideline, Johnny, because he seemed he was wide open. He had lots of time to make the catch. Well, right now, that Seahawks strategy looks terrific. 4 minutes and 1 second remaining. Parsons will have to punt it from his end zone. And it's a bad kick. It's a horrible kick. The ball landed at the 24, is down at the 21-yard line by Brooks Williams. And the crowd here is going crazy. 15-yard kick by Parsons. What a time for that one.
That's what you call going from the penthouse to the other house. He had an 81-yarder last week, and so he evened it out to 15 yards. And
at the 20-yard line of Chicago. Yes, he will. No, he'll run. He will run, and this time he ran into his own man, got to the 15, but is short of the first down. Osborne making the tackle. Well, Zorn has had a lot of fun running that quarterback draw today, and this one will develop into a field goal opportunity. They'll spot it at the 24-yard line for Norm Johnson, the rookie kicker, and he will try to kick it and does, and it is good. And so they have opened it to 6 points, and the Bears will need a converted touchdown in the final 1:57 to pull out this football game and enhance their playoff chances.
Double zone on both wide receivers.
McMahon out of the shotgun. Screen pass. Payton gets one block, but it is well played off the block. But that's Simpson, Keith Simpson, making the tackle off the block and holding Payton to a gain of 6. McMahon, short pass again to Suey. Suey takes one bump and then is wrapped up. A gain of only 4, maybe 5 on the play. Keith Simpson and middle linebacker Shelton Robinson. And they don't have Jackson in. The Seahawks do not in what is obviously the most important defensive situation of the ball game for them. So that game, out of the shotgun here on 2nd and 5, a screen pass again. And that is Suey. Suey running well. Matt Suey still going out to midfield. Nice running by Matt Suey. And they get it inside the 50-yard line into Seattle territory. 4:35, New Orleans nothing. 3rd down here. McMahon intended for Bashnagel, incomplete. A flag down, however. A flag down out on the right side, 5 yards downfield from the line of scrimmage.
So they've got to get it down the field if they're going to have any kind of a chance to win.
McMahon, short pass again. Payton. Payton is dropped immediately at the line of scrimmage. About
up a little bit, but you only have 4 people who are used to handling the ball all that much or going up for high passes and stuff.
He is sacked at the 40-yard line by Jacob Green, and right behind him was the rookie Bryant. Let's not go yet. We've got a moment or two here to recap this. There's the final score, as you can see, and Mike Ditka, a very unhappy coach, leaving the field as